In this video, I'm going to be speaking as Christopher Moltisanti, telling his story from his point of view, after death. Fiction, of course. Ready? Let's go. My name is Christopher Moltisanti. I was born in July of 1969 to Joanne and Dickie, but I didn't know my father. He died when I was just a baby, so I don't remember anything about him. All I had were stories, some of which turned out to be just that. Stories. Supposedly he was a hero. A guy who stood up for what he believed in. Honor. Loyalty. But...
Come on, Tone, huh? Let's be honest about the great Dickie Moltisanti. My dad, your hero. Wasn't much more than a fucking junkie.
Avenues. Everything's gonna be all right from here on in. Come on.
Narrator. Everything was not all right.
I don't know, Tony. It's like just the fucking regularness of life is too fucking hard for me or something. I don't know.
Regular isn't necessarily supposed to be hard, right? Or is it? Everyone always asked me why I couldn't just be normal like a regular person, who goes about their day and faces whatever the day brings, with at least a basic standard of decency, reliability, and honesty. But those people weren't me. What's so scary about that? With depression, everything is scary.
I'm gonna go back in there and be with my guests. Exactly 10 minutes I'm gonna look up. If you're not here, I'm gonna assume that you went to look for whatever the fuck it is that's calling you out there. And then I will never see you again. If you are still here, then I'm gonna assume that you got no other desire in the world but to be with me.
I know. I wasn't forced into this business against my will. Though I could make an argument that being born into the family that I was didn't exactly set me up for success. Yes, Tony gave me a choice. I could have walked out that door and never returned. As you know, I went back inside, and sure enough, the following year, I got my button and was officially a made man. I also proposed to Adriana, and she became my fiancée. Moving up in the world, huh? Be careful what you wish for. I felt like a baby. But a baby who wanted to move up in the world and enjoy the finer things in life. And on the fast track. The first time I did heroin was when I went over to the other side. Italy, to be specific. How ironic, right? Instead of seeing Mount Vesuvius, I erupted something much worse inside of me, which had major consequences down the line. I told Adriana that Tony Soprano, my uncle, that's the guy I was going to hell for. And, as it turned out, the same thing applied to Adriana. She just didn't know it at that moment. But soon enough, she sure did.
That's St. Peter, my family's saint. Now, as that card burns, so may your soul burn in hell if you betray your friends and the family.
Wait, you thought becoming a made guy meant that you made it? Well, looks like the joke's on me.
What's the matter, Chrissy? Tell Uncle Paul.
This being made ain't working out the way I thought it would. A lot of responsibilities. One false move and you spend your fucking time chasing it instead of making money.
Whatever happened to stop and smell the roses?
Tony will fucking mulch his roses with what's left of you.
What the hell are you doing here? You scared me to death.
Just stop by, see how you're getting along.
Do you ever do anything like a normal person?
Fucking regularness of life is too fucking hard for me. I said to myself that oath would be my higher power. That would be my strength, that code. That's a soldier's oath. But the problem is, nobody lives it no more. Not Tony, not nobody.
You can't roll with a Mississippi mo. Sit up.
I do have to give credit to Tony here. He could have easily gotten rid of me, but he didn't. So I got another chance. Or so I thought. Just when you think your path's looking clear. Enter Tony. I was furious with Tony when I found out that he and Adriana were driving together after 2 a.m. to some drug dealer in Dover to get more coke. They crashed and ended up in the hospital. I mean, what was I supposed to think? I know what those girls did when he gave them rides home from the Bing. Except now it was Adriana in the passenger seat. How would you have felt? I knew how much Tony slept around. Was I supposed to pretend I'd been born yesterday? Tony Soprano claimed to want the best for me, to want me to take our family into the 21st century. But look, You saw it for yourself. Just dangling things in front of me to tempt me to go down the wrong path again. I remember this one conversation that Aid and I had when we were talking about her friend Danielle, and I told Adriana that she wasn't seeing the big picture. That Danielle was obviously a lesbian. Not so much. I knew something was off, but I didn't know that something was the FBI.
Remember my friend Danielle?
She set you up?
She was an FBI agent, Christopher.
Definite agendas I got. Hit the topless beaches and see that fucking crater. I don't care what anybody says, I'm there.
About being normal. That's so fucking hard.
It's like just the fucking regularness of life is too fucking hard for me or something. I don't know.
Tony and I were driving back from the city after meeting up with Phil Leotardo and his guys to try and come to an agreement on this asbestos stumping issue we'd been having. All I could think about was that if I got in trouble and had to take a blood test, everything would have just gone to shit. Well, to the extent that it already hadn't. But I didn't know the other option was my uncle just getting rid of me right then and there. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this latest video.